age. When I was born, I always knew that something was a little bit different about me. I couldn't figure out what it was, but the word gay kind of scared me a lot when I was younger, and I knew that that wasn't a good thing. I remember when I was younger, I used to lie in bed and picture, like, you know, the signs on the doors of toilets, the female sign and the male sign, and I used to picture the male sign and then put a big cross through it in my head, and I used to picture the female sign and put a big green tick next to it. That just kind of proves that I've always been this way, and I've always known that something was up. And she managed to kind of pull it out of me, and I said to her, I think I might be, and she goes to me, Troy, are you bisexual? And I started to cry my eyes out and hugged her and said, I think I might be, yeah. But I freaked out because I wasn't ready. I really genuinely was not ready for this. I had never thought about it before, and it was just kind of this thing in the back of my mind that I never really thought about. So I ran home crying, and we decided that we were never ever going to speak of it again. But what that did is it kind of opened up this thing in my head that could be the case. So it kind of forced me to deal with it there and then. When I was 14 and a half, I watched pretty much every coming out video on YouTube that has ever been posted. I watched it in between 14 and a half and 15. And those coming out videos and those people on YouTube, those brave people on YouTube, without them, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know, I genuinely don't know what I would have done, because yeah, it just kind of showed me that it's okay, you know what I mean? And that there's people out there living healthy, happy lives who are absolutely fine. And then on August 7th, 2010, I was lying on my bed with my dad, and we started kind of talking about religion and stuff like that. And I said to him, if there was anything about religion that you could change, what would you change? And he said to me, he was like, you know, to me the whole gay thing, it really doesn't make sense why a religion would kind of be against it or whatever, because it's completely natural and it's how those people are and everything. And to be honest, I think he was kind of trying to pull it out of me because he knows me better than anyone else knows me. He said to me, yeah, why? What about you? And I was like, yeah, pretty much the same, just the whole gay thing, it doesn't really make sense to me. And he was like, oh, okay. And I went, because Dad, let me know if this happened to you as well, but I felt a literal physical locking of my throat and I couldn't speak. So I went, because Dad, I'm gay. I just remember him kind of looking over at me and starting to kind of bawl his eyes out. I also bawled my eyes out. We hugged, and I asked him, I was like, Dad, do you still love me? And he looked at me like I was absolutely crazy and said, yes, of course I still love you. And that was that. And then we spoke until like the early hours of the morning, and he just wanted to make sure that I was okay. That was literally his only worry in the world. To him, it did not make the slightest difference in his life. And yeah, it was completely fine. It was completely fine. And my mum woke up and she gave me a hug, and we sat and talked for a long time. And then progressively throughout the week, my dad and mum, on my request, told all of my siblings. Even though they told them separately, each one of them actually had the exact same reaction, which was to come into my room and just hug me and tell me that it was absolutely okay and 100% fine. And after my family, I just carried on working through like my inner circle of best friends, and not a single one of them had a problem with it. And I think that is absolutely incredible. I'm surrounded by the most amazing people. If anything, it just brought me and my friends a lot closer, and me and my family a lot closer, because I didn't have anything to hide anymore, so I could just kind of chill and not think about anything anymore, and just, yeah, life was awesome. And all the time you see these like it gets better videos online and things of that nature where, you know, for people it's really shit in the beginning, but don't worry, it gets better. I'm here to say that's true, because it will get better for everyone, but I'm also here to say, I guess, that my message is that it can be good right from the start. You know, you could have a completely smooth sail out of the closet.